Hello, Michael Weaver here, Northwest Seismic, and today I'm in my favorite location, a crawl space. So we're here once again retrofitting a retrofit. This is a retrofit that was done by a company who's very well known for waterproofing basements. In this case, they came out to do a clean crawl, which has this nice white plastic, and it just makes people feel really good about this space under their house that they will never enter. So in this case, the part of the clean crawl was to insulate the rim joist, and so the homeowners knew that that might impact a seismic retrofit, so they asked them about a seismic retrofit. So the company agreed to, they quoted them for a seismic retrofit. So a couple things went wrong with this job. First of all, there is an insane number of these. This is a Simpson UFP10 side plate. There are twice as many side plates on this house as the house could ever take advantage of. The house would be a pancake long before these would ever fail. So customer paid twice as much for above what they needed to. The second thing is these side plates are installed with screw anchors. Those look like a Simpson half-inch screw anchor like this, Titan. It's called the Titan HD. Now, this is a mechanical anchor. So the idea is you drill a half-inch hole and you screw in this anchor, and these threads cut into the concrete, and it has a high tension rating and a high shear rating. However, for unexplained reasons, some of these, this concrete appears to be fine. I'm not sure what in the world went wrong, but they used epoxy on some of them. That's what you see dribbling down here. This is epoxy. Problem is, they use epoxy with the wrong anchor. This would be the correct anchor. This is half-inch all thread. In this case, we've cut this in 6-inch lengths or so, 5-inch lengths, and there's a special procedure. You drill a hole, you blow it out with compressed air, you clean it depending on the manufacturer of the epoxy. It might be with a wire brush, and it might be with a fiber brush or a nylon brush. Anyway, and then blow it out with oil-free compressed air before the epoxy is inserted into the hole. Then the anchor is inserted, is turned a half turn counterclockwise. You remove the anchor to make sure it's completely covered. All the threads are covered with epoxy. If so, you replace it. If not, you squirt more epoxy into the hole and go through the procedure again. However, in this, and we know if that procedure is followed, we know what we're getting out of this in terms of shear and tension. But when using this, we don't know what you're getting. It's never been tested. Will it work? I don't know. Will a manufacturer stand behind it? Of course not. Will an insurance company pay your claim if this fails? Of course not. It is not, your recourse at that point is to sue the contractor. The last problem on this retrofit is the connection between the floor diaphragm, this whole assembly, essentially the house, and the sill plate, this flat board oriented on top of the sill plate, or on top of the foundation. There is no connection whatsoever between these two elements of the house, so there's nothing preventing this house from sliding right off the sill plate. So we're installing Simpson L90s to transfer those loads from the floor diaphragm to the sill plate, and these will install like this. When they're installed, you really can't see them. In this case, we have a pressure-treated rim joist. We don't know. This was replaced at some point. We don't know when. If it's in the last 10 years, it's been treated with copper sulfate, a lot of copper sulfate. And in that case, the metal from the L90 and the nails will corrode in a matter of months if there's ever any moisture introduced into that sill plate. So we have wrapped this with a peel and stick membrane, and we'll use stainless steel nails to try and mitigate that effect. So the point here is a retrofit is not necessarily a retrofit. Just because you get something from your retrofit contractor that allows you to qualify for earthquake insurance does not mean that claim will be honored if the work was substandard. Buyer beware.